Hi guys, and welcome to the next video. I am so in awe right now. You know how I've told you before, I rarely get speechless. It's not that I don't have the ability to speak. There are just times when I just become silent. I know why he is leading me to what I have already discussed today. I know why he has led me to the picture that he has led me to, and I understand what he is sharing with me, and now I see the direction that I'm headed. I'm going to share with you the vision that I had, because I've been saying that I'm going to do that in the last few videos, and it needs to be done. I don't know any other way for you to understand the foundation of where I'm headed than to show you this. Okay, here goes. As I was sitting on my bed with the Lord on that night, he revealed to me in the distance a mount that was red and fiery. From the distance, it seemed small, and I was not sure what I was looking at. I saw what seemed to be movement around the hill or the mount, and at first it seemed like a beehive being engulfed. The Lord moved me closer. And the closer I got, the higher the mound got, the higher the hill got. And I saw myself looking at what I consider to be a fireball. Okay? Fire was coming out of the mound. Red fire. It was lighted all over, lit up. As I began to write, I just drew this picture, okay? Because that's what I was seeing. As I got closer, I noticed within the fire were limbs, branches, and I wrote down, I see trees and bushes glowing. The Lord responded to me, yes, it is the bush. Now, guys, I just got back from Pennsylvania. What did I see in Pennsylvania? None other than Moses. The very first thing it says that's on this flyer is the burning bush, then the plagues, the 10 Commandments, the Red Sea. All came to life at this theater. Now, this theater, this show It completely changed my life, okay? As I watched this, I cried. I cried through this. I couldn't stop wiping the tears from my face as I watched this in Pennsylvania. And I knew that the Lord had appointed me there at that moment. It was June 10th. On the day of number 10. All the days of the year, that's the day I was there. When I saw this in my vision, the Lord brought back the memories of the show in my mind. It played like a play across a stage of my mind. And it came to life as this did in front of me. He told me, because guys, when I see things, I don't speak out loud. In my mind, I am constantly seeking. When I'm standing at a distance and I'm seeing something, I'll say, Lord, what is that? And I'll have an idea or a thought, like when I initially thought of the beehive, and the Lord totally took that thought from me because it was error. He kept directing me until I saw what it was intended for it to be. When I got to the point about this, he told me, this is kindling fire. It's a bonfire. And then he told me, snap, crackle, and pop. Now, this is not the first time that I've heard these words. But when I got close enough to hear the crackling or the cackle or whatever you want to call that of the fire, I was that close, feeling the heat and listening to the pop of the fire in the mound of wood, that he said, snap, crackle, pop. And then I heard him say, take off your shoes, you are standing on holy ground. This is when I wept. This is when I wept, and I looked down and I realized I was barefoot. Now, I don't remember taking my shoes off. I just looked down to see if I had been in obedience. I noticed that I was barefoot, and in my mind, as I was there, I knew I had done what he had asked me to do. I fell down, kneeling there, and I cried. I watched myself come in from a distance, and the closer I got and the more he revealed to me, I saw myself falling. Now, I knew it was me. I was watching it as if it was happening it was just unfolding before my eyes. He proceeded to tell me, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about this, because he told me many things. But I wrote down a few things. He was talking to me about the heart of gold. Then he began talking to me about love songs. And I understood him to be talking about the songbook that I had remember holding in the dream that I had had way back. He was talking to me about psalms. I understood it to be the love songs. I understood the love songs to be the love language. He began to tell me about a collection of songs that he had arranged and put in order in a book. And he called it an album of portraits. When he began talking to me about portraits, my vision began to change, and I saw what was before me. A divide. This is hard to explain. I was at the place of burning, bowing my head, crying and listening. And some moment as I was there, what lay before me in my vision was a hall or a wall divide. And as he was explaining to me about portraits, I saw pictures come up and line up in front of me. He called it my wall of fame. I wept. I had no control over it. I had no fear. In between my moments, I listened. But it was so heartfelt. When he spoke it, it started happening. They got in order. I saw them lining up. Faces of people that looked like manuscripts. He called it portraits. I knew it to be a song. What I understood at that moment was the connection between the writing of music and the writing upon the heart, the writing of the love language, and the understanding of each individual person. As everyone began lining up, I can't describe to you how I was connected with each one. I saw their faces. And in the portrait, the encasing was a book. Each one was alive and moving. If you could capture a flowing water boat with a sail, put it inside a box, put it upon a wall, then you're seeing what I saw. Okay. I realized that there was a narrow passage that I was meant to come through. The open, narrow passageway beckoned me forth. I began to walk down the center, and it was lighted up. The long, narrow hall. Pictures lined up down its side. Portraits. A portrait hall. Coming back in the next video. Tell you more.